Hey folks, we're back with another episode of Three Men and an Anime. Huzzah!
Hooray!
This is Peter Bowman, and as always, I'm joined by my good friends and co-hosts, Eric Carlson and Gav Leaf. How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing all right.
I am here.
You
Yes,
are...
My Hero Academia started again this week, so
Yeah, I'm aware, and I'm glad you managed to contain the boisterousness down a little bit and didn't fully channel Chris Sabat there.
I'm at least a foot away from a microphone, and I only went about 20%. I'm good.
So this week we are covering Eric's most recent series selection, which is a gigantic nostalgia bomb for both he and I.
Just a wee bit.
It is 1990s OVA series, The Record of Lodoss War. It is one of the foundational fantasy anime, in my opinion. It is big. It is of epic scale. Whether it lives up to its epic scale or not is something we will discuss during this episode. It is also very clearly and quite literally a show that was made, or series. I think it's based on a light novel series, but all I know is the people who wrote it originally were literally handed. It's not a novel series. We're literally handed a pile of D&D books.
Yeah.
That said, go nuts.
Write your campaign. You don't have to play it out. Just write a campaign, write a story, and write your characters, and do this. And then we'll turn it into an anime.
I could totally see some of the shit dice playing part in though.
Mm-hmm.
I should be good at this. Why do I keep failing?
Well, it started out as a novel series, then was made into video games, then the OVA, then the manga. Apparently,
kicking around.
There's a manga, yeah, that came out after the manga came out after the OVAs actually.
Really? Huh.
Mm-hmm. And then the Chronicles of Heroic Knight came out after that. We did not cover Chronicles of Heroic Knight. We covered the original OVAs because, well, that's what Eric and I watched.
That's because that's what I watched when I in the 90s. Desperately, trolling the back of Blockbuster and local video stores for anime.
This is in fact the second oldest show we have covered on this podcast so far.
Yep.
The oldest. Gav still has chosen the oldest we've done with Gunbuster.
Yep.
Gav got us back.
They keep trying to beat me, but they just can't. Well,
Gav, that's because I've not. That's because I didn't actually go back to the original Yamato and went with the updated version instead.
Yeah, there is that point. Yeah.
I could beat you. I could go back to 74. I just choose not to.
I mean, if we really wanted to, I guess we could go back to Gigantor.
Oh.
We could. Or we could do newer stuff.
Or we could do stuff that's good.
Stuff that looks pretty.
Because Gigantor might be old and influential, but it is not good.
Honestly, we could go back. If we really want to go back old, we could do it. We could do, was it Astro Boy?
Motherfucking Speed Racer.
No, I was thinking Astro Boy. The original.
Oh yeah.
Go back to the original, the OG show, which is actually not bad. It's just old and dated.
Dated, yeah. See, this is the thing which I apply to a lot of media. Well, media, music, movies, anime, sport, everything. History is all well and good, but that's generally where the good ideas come from, and the shit tends to die away, and only the good gets taken forward.
That's not always the case.
Not always the case, but...
I will say Sturgeon's Law just generally applies.
Yeah.
90% of everything is crap.
Yeah.
On to the subject at hand.
But
yes.
Record of Lodoss War. So yeah, Record of Lodoss War is it's a fantasy epic.
Yeah, it's a fantasy epic. You have a bandit adventurers running around, getting caught up in world events as you do when you're a fantasy adventurer.
Yeah. It really feels like the Cliff's Notes of a D&D campaign.
Mm-hmm. Though not a tavern in sight, which is a fucking travesty.
So, okay. Here's the thing. We could talk about the overarching plot, and we will talk about the overarching plot. But going into, again, as always, going into blow-by-blow details on a show like this is kind of dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow we'll end up doing it, though.
We'll try not to. Okay, I will sum up the overarching plot of the show. It's actually really fucking simple. The big meta plot is there's this island called Lodoss. It is the curse. It's called the Curse Island for various mythological reasons. There are two major kingdoms that are fighting. Marmo and Phallus. There are other smaller kingdoms that ally with either side over the course of the show. Mostly either getting conquered by Marmo or allying with Phallus. Marmo is led by King Beld. He wants to conquer all of Lodoss. Phallus...
Beld is cool because he has a goblin army.
Yes. Phallus is led by... I forget the king's name, and I'm not going to bother looking it up right now. I think it's actually Phallus now that I'm thinking about it.
I think it is King Phallus, yeah.
King Fawn.
King Fawn, that's right. He wants to unify Lodoss and in a big alliance of kingdoms and such, and everybody working together in harmony. And thus, they must fight. And they fight, and the battle ends somewhat inconclusively, shall we say.
Score draw.
Basically. Then the evil wizard vizier of Beld's decides, I know, I'm going to summon an ancient goddess of destruction to wipe out all life and make me immortal. Bwahahahaha.
Yeah. If I'm the only one, that's the plan. If I'm the only one alive, I'm in charge.
And our heroes stop.
Yeah.
Our heroes stop him.
It becomes pretty clear he's got the whole, like, old one madness going on.
Yes. He is, in fact, basically a Cthulhu cultist.
Fucking Wagnard.
Fucking Wagnard.
I told you, Gav, didn't I? As I said, that is the overarching meta plot of Record of Lodoss War. That is 13 episodes. What happens during the course of the show is our band adventurers bumble into all of the things that are going on and get involved.
Literally bumble in the case of Parn, our principal character.
Our prime protagonist is Parn. He is a young warrior from some buttfuck nowhere village.
Parn is classic local boy done good, trying to live up to his disgraced father's potential.
Yep.
Yeah, he's literally a walking trope. Like, he's shunned in his village because his father, had this huge, like, shame. When he was a knight, his father was a knight, went away and caused shame. Nothing to do with not Parn's fault or anything like that, but the village shunned him because he's now bad luck. When all he wants to do is help.
Yep.
He has but one boyhood friend who went off to become a priest and left him alone in the village until he one day returns.
Just in time for the goblins to attack the village.
Yep. Yeah. Goblins are adorable. It's the beginning of a D&D campaign, let's be honest.
It really is. It is. The party all end up in this one village that is attacked by goblins, and they band together to fight off the goblins. And in the process, they become a party. Hooray!
Yay!
So, yes, we have Parn, who is your prototypical young, eager, hot-headed fighter, who basically becomes a paladin over the course of the show.
Yeah, he's so very earnest, and he so desperately wants to be a good guy. And do the right thing.
Unfortunately, in Parn's head, the right thing is charge into it head first.
Well, he's not wrong, Gav.
Yeah, but when you've got a sword, maybe try using that, not your shoulder.
Well, that's his problem. He's got a sword instead of an axe. Real men use axes. Or hammers.
At any rate, so, yes, that is Parn. We have summed up Parn's character concept. Most of the characters are very simple and straightforward.
Yeah, they're very archetypical.
Yep. We have Parn. We have
Eto. We have Eto. The
Parn's childhood friend.
Eto doesn't get a lot of development. We can see Eto's a very sweet sort of and naive priest boy, and that's pretty much the whole of his character.
Eto is a good guy. Is a really nice guy. He's a priest. He believes in doing good things. He believes in following the... He's a lawful good cleric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we have Geem. Geem is awesome.
Geem is awesome.
Geem is the party dwarf.
Because everyone needs one.
Yeah.
Everyone needs one.
He's a dwarven fighter. He has an axe. He is old and grumpy and loyal as fuck.
And way more passionate than he likes to let on.
Oh God, yes. He has this veneer of I am old and aloof and above
I've
it all.
seen it all. Whatever. Yeah, I don't care. I'll just doing this to show you youngsters how things are done. But he gives a lot of fucks.
Yes, he does. And he's on a quest.
Yes.
He actually has an actual honest-to-God quest.
Yeah. But he's also doing the old tropey thing of he won't actually share this quest. It's not a secret or anything like that, but he, just because of his pride, he wants to do this alone.
Well, no one asks him, so he didn't tell.
But also, like, you know, it's something. It's like, yeah, I'm going to go off and it's something I have to do on my own. I'm not going to burden you people with it because it has nothing to do with you guys.
Yeah.
It is not your problem. It is my problem. Which drives his buddy Slain up a wall, largely.
Yeah. Slain is his best friend. Slain's a human wizard. Slain, I'm pretty sure, has seen and done it all, and really just wants to sit at home and read his books. But his buddy needs help on the quest, so he's coming along.
Yeah. And then we have our last party member. Well, we got two more party members. I forgot. I almost forgot Wood.
You can't forget Woodchuck. Woodchuck's the guy that calls everybody on their copious amounts of bullshit, regardless of rank. Woodchuck's the party thief they find a little bit later on in a dungeon.
No, in a
they
jail.
Get locked up in.
In a jail.
In a jail, yes.
They're locked up in jail briefly.
Which is where they meet Woodchuck, because that's where you always meet the party thief.
That or a tavern.
Yep, that or a tavern. Woodchuck pretends he gives no fucks, but gives all the fucks. Woodchuck, I really like Woodchuck. He does not get enough development, and he gets done dirty by the end of the show.
Yep. Though it could
Speaking
be
of which,
it could be worse. The way Woodchuck is written out of the show is less of a problem the way that Deed is written out of the show. Well,
yeah.
She's not written out of the show per se. Yeah. Deed is the party elf.
Deed is the party elf and the only elf worthy of respect.
I won't go that far because I actually don't dislike elves, but I understand Eric's point. Deed is fucking awesome. She is great. She embodies most of the traits that most people find obnoxious about elves, so your stereotypical elf tropes, and somehow makes it work.
She's not an arrogant bitch.
That's part of it.
She'll call you on your shit, but she's not a condescending little bitch about it.
Yeah, she's a little bit flighty. She's a little bit blunt.
She's a lot more. Gav's right. She's a lot more blunt than most fictional elves are.
Yeah.
She will tell you to your face when you're being an idiot.
I will say this for Deed, though. She rarely condescends to anyone.
No, she doesn't.
No.
She doesn't really come across as like she feels she's superior to anybody.
Yeah.
Well, that's not entirely accurate. She knows she's better than Parn for most of the show.
But she doesn't care, is the thing.
Well, no, it's not a problem. Parn is this kid who's just learning how to be an adventurer. Of course she's better than he is. She's an elf. She's been around a while. It's like, oh, you're just learning shit. Okay, cool.
Deed's probably the second smartest person in the group, and the one that makes the most mistakes. That's not named Parn.
Yes.
She's smart enough to know better, but doesn't think things through. High intelligence, low wisdom.
Yes, I would agree with that. But yeah, she takes a fancy to Parn pretty quickly. Not immediately, but basically she really takes a shine to Parn's, earnestness, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
She's like,
she's like, okay, I could do naughty things with this guy. I'll proceed to flirt with him. This isn't working.
I'm flirting with him.
I'll proceed to flirt with him more obviously. This isn't working. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, he's thicker than a yard of lard. Oh my god.
To be fair, I could be the same way. Like, just yeah, you really do need to beat me about the head and shoulders to get me to notice.
Parn does not take hints.
No. No, that's the thing is, Dean is flirting and trying to drop hints when she should just tell him, dude, let's fuck.
Yeah. This is eventually what happens.
Basically?
I mean, not quite so crudely, but yeah, she basically just goes, so we're gonna fuck, right?
Again, doesn't say it, but doesn't say it outright, but she makes it very clear, like, Parn, look at me. I like you. Eh? Well, I like you too.
Do I need,
oh.
motherfucker? Do I need to get the fucking cards out next time?
That might help, yes.
Because here's the thing, Parn knows he's not that smart. Parn is actually aware of most of his limitations, not all of them. He doesn't really have a good feel for how good a fighter he is relative to other people.
No. Yeah, and people will regularly tell him, you're not as good as you think you are, you need training, okay, then help me train. We will happily help you train. I'm a good fighter now. No, oh god, he thinks he's better than he is again. Shit.
Parn, you need to train. Oh, I need to train? Cool, I will train more.
I'm a good fighter now?
By the end of the show, he is. But it takes the show.
And even then, he's not the best.
No, that's Cashew. Now that Farn and Beld are dead, there are two people who are definitively better fighters than Parn is.
King Cashew, the mercenary king, not spelled like the nut like I thought for years. And Ashram, Beld's lieutenant guy.
Beld's right hand, the dragon to Beld's big bad.
Yeah.
Who ends up becoming, aha, Beld's dead. Well, now I'm in charge. Fuck.
I would call him the Vader to Beld's Palpatine, but Beld was also Darth Vader, because Beld was fucking awesome.
Yeah. If anything, Ashram is Anakin.
Yeah, he's pre-Lava-Bath Anakin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, because he's not nearly that mopey.
Oh, nor is he particularly whiny.
No, he's Ashram is your stereotypical stoic badass Bishonen villain.
Dark Knight.
Yeah, he is the
not like Batman Dark Knight, like
wears black
Paladin
armor,
of
wields a
Conquest
giant
Dark.
fuck off sword.
Yeah.
Consorts with demons and shit. Yeah.
Well, Dark Elves.
Well, yeah, in this one.
He is basically one of the only humans the Dark Elves even remotely respect.
And in fact has a Congress of Dark Elves.
Yep.
In both senses of the word.
Yes. But yes, there's a group of Dark Elves who go, that human is worth following. He rocks. The rest of the humans, you suck, dude. Are you talking smack? Seriously, you're talking smack to me. Oh, for crying out loud.
To be fair, the Dark Elves are all the shit that you hate about elves turned up to 9.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's like there's literally like a scene where they're walking through the bandit camp and like one of the bandits is like, fucking elves thinking you're so superior to humans. Like, well, we are.
Yeah.
Aren't we?
I'm totally going to pick a fight with you then. Are you serious? I mean, okay. I'm more than happy to stomp a monkey into the ground. Oh, hello, Lord Ashram. How you doing? See? Ashram's here. He'll totally put you in your place. Smack. No.
Both of you cut it out. Why'd you hit me? Because you started it.
Because you started it and you're a fucking moron, and he would cut your throat if he gave it a chance. You idiot. Oh. Yes, sir, Ashram, sir. Good. Fucking morons! The last.
Ashram is surrounded by idiots that aren't goblins,
Yeah.
and also goblins. Because goblins are adorable. And nobody.
They don't have many humans in the bad guy army, to be honest.
There are some. Most of them work with Ashram.
Yeah.
There is a fairly decent sized human contingent, but it's not like they've got a fuck ton of goblinoids, like goblins, hobgoblins.
The bulk,
trolls,
the bulk of Marmo's armies are monsters of various sorts that are being controlled by Bill's magic sword of evilness.
Yep.
When Bill dies, yeah,
they pretty much go, fuck this noise. We're just gonna go back to being awesome goblin guys.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, from what I understood, they basically just go, okay, well, this is a target-rich environment.
Pretty much, yeah.
And you know, like when you're playing an MMO and you've got like a control spell, and it wears off, and then all of a sudden all the things you were controlling are just suddenly like, we will revert to basic nature and attack anything in sight, including each other. Basically, what happens.
Because
all the trolls and ogres are like, oh, cool, stomp, 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 stomp.
I'm gonna make jelly.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, all right. So the basic structure of the show is we have the adventure. We have the adventure in the village where they fight the goblins. Party actually gets to start to know each other, and they start to travel. They arrive. They're trying to get to. They're basically going from Part is like, I want to become a knight, so I'm going to go to Phallus and try to join up there. Okay, we'll go along with you because what the hell? Why not? It's mostly on most of our ways, and yeah, dude, you need help. You need training. Gim will happily teach you. Also, there's we have found out that Marmo's armies are on the move. We should go warn people because they basically. The party gets together. They leave the village, stumble across Marmo's armies. They're like, "Oh, Marmo's invading. Well, people probably should be told that. Let's go tell Phallus." Oh crap! Hey, look, another human city. We should warn them about Marmo. We've been arrested as spies. God damn it! Aha! We have a priest. We are no longer arrested. Hooray! Marmo's armies destroyed the outpost we're at. Boo! Let's go warn the next town. They don't want to talk to us. God damn it.
The next town has declared neutrality. Well, fuck. Okay, on we go.
We're at Phallus. Marmo's invading. We're aware, but thank you.
By the way, that neutral town, yeah, they got completely stomped.
Yeah. Oh. We're neutral. They won't invade us. They are
You're
immediately
neutral.
invaded.
That's convenient.
You're neutral. That means nobody's going to help you when we invade, right? Wait, what? We have made a tactical error and a strategic one.
Damn you, Neville Chamberlain!
So yeah, basically, our heroes arrive in Phallus. They tell them Marmo's invading. We're aware, but it's actually good to know where they're invading from. Thank you. Also, that fort.
Also, you accidentally saved my daughter, so we're gonna throw a ball for you guys. That's awesome.
Also, here's the Mercenary King Cashew. Isn't he awesome? Oh my God, he's awesome.
Parn has such a man crush on him.
Oh, it's Christ. Not. Yeah, like literally, I made the comment at that point. Deed could have been stood in front of him with her boobs out. He would not have noticed.
No.
She literally shouts in his ear and slaps him at one point.
Yeah, she's literally, I mean, and the reason I say that, not just in general, like, she's literally in front of him, flirting with him, trying to get his attention. She's dressed in this grand, human dress, like all the other courtiers, except she doesn't need a corset. And like, she's just trying to get his attention on the rest of it, and she could have stripped out completely naked, and this dude wouldn't have noticed because he's fucking drooling over Cashew.
Because Cashew is that awesome. And to be
fair,
fair,
no small amount of hero worship there.
It is mostly hero worship.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Cashew, it turns out, like, we actually catch a flashback of Karn's dad. Cassian looks a bit like his dad, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's probably a part of it. It's not actually stated, but it's something that's sort of semi-implied. Also, Cashew has a rep of being a complete badass and being awesome. So Parn's like, but he's like the best fighter in the world, and I want to be like him.
Doodly-doo.
Okay, Parn, we're at a ball. Do you want to dance? Parn, dancing. Okay, Parn, you're gonna come dance with me now. What? Who? What? But I don't know how to
Slap.
dance.
Ah, fuck it. I'm gonna go drink with the dwarf.
No, fair. She does eventually dance with him, though.
Yes.
She gets him to dance with him. I love the scene where she gets him to dance. She's like, literally, okay, we're gonna dance now, Parn. But I don't know how to dance. Fine, I'll lead. What? But okay. And Parn takes it like a champ. Honestly.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, okay. Wait, I get to dance with a cute elf chick.
Oh shit. Okay, cool. Awesome.
Okay, I don't know how to dance.
The reaction's like, oh shit, awesome. Okay.
Parn is not the smartest person in the world, but he eventually learns a few things. And one of them is that, oh, Deed likes me. Oh, wait, I like her too. Wait, this is a good thing.
Oh,
what if I stop being an idiot about this?
I will stop being an idiot about this.
And fair play to him, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay then. But yeah, so, all right, we have arrived at Phallus. We've passed on the information. Okay, now there's the big battle. Going to be the big battle between the army of Marmo and the army of Phallus. Beld versus Fawn. Let's go! Ha fight! We forgot to mention one other important thing.
I was going to say, we haven't talked about Karla yet.
We should mention Karla. Karla's a little important.
So, Karla's also the person they saved the princess from.
Yes.
Karla,
and also
the Grey Witch.
Technically the person Geem's looking for as well.
We don't know that at first, but...
Asterisk.
We do by now.
We do by now, yes. Because Geem has figured it out by now. Karla is the Grey Witch, as Eric said. She's apparently an ancient sorceress who's been around for 500 years. She is exceptionally powerful, and she is currently working with Marmo. There's a reason I say currently.
All of this is puppet strings for Karla, honestly.
Yeah. Her employment options are flexible.
There's a reason she's called the Grey Witch, and not the Black Witch or the White Witch. Karla believes in balance. Okay, so you know that section on True Neutral in the first edition DMG? Or Player's Handbook of D&D?
It talks about like a druid switching sides to help the gnolls in the middle of a fight because the gnolls were losing.
Karla, right there.
That's Karla, right there.
Now, she has a bit of a different motivation for it. Part of it is that she actually is crazy.
Well, 500 years stuck inside jewelry will do that to you.
Yeah, she's not so much a human being anymore as a soul stuck in a piece of in a jeweled
She's
circlet.
basically turned a circlet into like a lich's phylactery for herself, and
Yep.
it needs to be worn by a person.
At which point she takes over that body.
Yeah.
So Karla's motivation is, okay, I'm from this ancient society. I'm from this old world, old sort of kingdom of sorcerer kings and such. And they got too powerful and blew up and nearly destroyed all of Lodoss. I can't let that happen again. Nobody should have that much power because it will just blow up the world. Therefore, when one side gets too powerful, I will oppose them and basically cause everything to tumble down back to a more reasonable level of power. This is Karla's plan.
Yes.
This is Karla's plan always. Her motivation is protecting Lodoss through any means necessary. Now, the one thing she doesn't want is everybody to be killed off. That's stupid. What's the fucking
she's
point?
Not like, she's not like rogue AI that decides the best way to protect humanity is to destroy it.
No,
So-
she will pit the two most powerful nations against each other and wipe out their leadership and cripple their armies instead. That's exactly what she does.
That's exactly what she does. She pits Marmo and
Phallus
Phallus on each other.
Beld and Fawn fight each other.
Beld wins because he's awesome.
And then Karla kills Beld.
Immediately afterwards.
Like, on the spot. He's like, I have won!
I have won! He turns around and starts walking, takes 2 steps towards his army and gets impaled.
And everyone's like, the fuck?
And then he gets struck by lightning for good measure.
Yes. Because Karla don't play, yo. By the way, as bizarre and weird and sort of like confusing and like almost nonsensical as Karla is, I actually really like Karla.
Karla's a really interesting character. And the idea of like a powerful entity being stuck inside a piece of jewelry that takes over someone's body when they put it on is a neat one.
Yeah. And again, like, she serves an interesting narrative purpose, honestly.
Yeah.
I wish she was executed better. I wish a lot of the show was executed better, let's be real.
There's a lot to love about this show, but it shows its age.
Oh, yeah.
It really shows its age.
It also shows that it's only 13 episodes.
Yeah.
Like, the story they're telling needs more stuff. And it needs more character development for basically everybody.
Yeah.
Too many arcs too quickly.
Yeah.
If it had been 24 and each arc had been given a few extra episodes each to grow and breathe,
yeah,
I think it'd have been a lot better.
I would agree with that. So, all right. So the next thing is fucking Wagnard. Wagnard is.
So here's the thing: they figure out that the woman that Game is looking for who's gone missing is Karla's current body.
Right.
So they go and they hunt down Karla and they fight her. And it's a fairly brutal fight, but eventually they win. Geem dies in the process, and Woodchuck picks up the circlet.
Actually, he doesn't.
Not of his own accord. It literally jumps on top of him.
Yes. It's not that Woodchuck goes, ooh, pretty. It's Woodchuck goes, huh, what's that in the water? Oh, fuck, it's the circlet. It's coming right for I'm now Karla.
Everyone's mourning Geem's death, so Woodchuck goes to give them some space. He's off by himself. The circlet literally jumps on his face.
Straight up face hugger.
Yeah. So Woodchuck is now Karla. And thus, we no longer have Woodchuck, which is unfortunate because Eric's right. He actually serves a sort of a nice function of the party of basically calling people out on being stupid.
Yeah. I mean, he does that a little bit, but isn't nearly as effective at it as Woodchuck is.
Who's going to call Deed out on her bullshit?
Exactly.
Not Geem anymore. He's dead.
And Woodchuck's gone.
Admittedly, though,
Woodchuck's an Eldritch Abomination. That just leaves Parn. Parn doesn't know to call Deed on her bullshit.
Yeah.
And Slain is too busy being slain, and Eto's way too polite.
Yeah.
There is a great bit right at the beginning where they're doing like a dungeon crawl sort of thing.
Oh yeah, the very first episode is out of sequence.
The first episode has sequence. They're doing a dungeon.
And like the entire time, it's like watching, although there's no other real reference to it, it's like watching Legolas and Gimli. It's like everything that Dee does, Geem calls her out.
Oh, they give each other so much shit during the
first episode. The dumpy slow dwarf versus the arrogant stupid elf coming underground when you should be in a forest somewhere, blah blah blah. And they get separated. And Geem's like, well, she's an elf, so she'll find a way out. She'll be able to hear the wind.
He's sort of going, okay, licks his finger, feels, okay, I feel which way the wind's blowing. Yeah, she and Parn will be fine. She'll be able to detect the wind and find her way out.
And someone's like,
and Woodchuck's like, seriously, you're praising the elf now? And it's like, what kind of a fucking idiot doesn't recognize someone's talents? It doesn't matter whether I like her or not.
Yes.
I don't like her, but she's good at what she does. Dude, she's the third most powerful. She's either the second or third second most powerful person in the group, and the second best fighter in the group. She's not as powerful a wizard as Slain, and she's not as good a fighter as I am. But she does both.
For reference as well, yeah. As I asked, this isn't, like I say, this isn't Tolkien. There's not a bow in sight. She's a swords and sorcery elf.
Yep.
Yeah, she's a basic D&D elf.
Yeah.
She's a fighter wizard.
Yeah.
And because that's fair.
Yeah, totally. Dear Lord, if second edition had been, oh God, dear Lord, she's a blade singer.
Yeah, that's exactly what she is. She's a blade singer.
God fucking damn it, second edition blade singers, I hate them so much.
Well, they came out of the elf book, which largely cemented how much I hate elves.
I don't blame you on that one. That book got right up my nose. Oh my God. At any rate, and yet Deed is not hateful because Deed is awesome.
Because Deed is awesome.
At any rate, so yeah. So we no longer have. So Wood's now an Eldritch Abomination and Geem is dead. Also, yep. the sorcerer who worked for Marmo, Wagnard, has gone all evil cultist.
Yeah, he's gone all batshit insane. I will destroy the world because reasons.
Well, as soon as Bell died, Ashram basically took over it from the militaristic side of things, and Wagnard went, "Well, I'm not listening to the kid. I'll go along with his little bullshit for a while, but darker plans afoot."
So, Ashram, you want to take over the world still, right? For the greater glory of Marmo? Well, I guess, yeah. So, what you really will need, in addition to be able to control your demonic sword that you got from Beld after he died, is you want the Scepter of Domination, and that's hidden in the lair of Shooting Star, the Ancient Red Dragon. Go get that, and it'll help you take over the world. And it's totally not what I need to resurrect the evil goddess Cardis. Nope, not at all.
Not at all.
Did you say something under your breath there? Nope.
Sorry, I was coughing.
Wagnard is literally pulling all the bullshit he could never have gotten away with under Beld.
Oh God, Bell would have looked at him like, "Oh, what are you up? You're gonna resurrect an ancient goddess, aren't you?" No.
Yeah. Bell would have executed him out of hand as soon as he grew suspicious.
No, I'm not. Stab. Okay, I need a new court wizard.
One that's not crazy. Thank you.
Fucking Wagnard.
Fucking Wagnard.
So yeah, so Ashram's like, okay, cool, I can go do that. And Wagner talks to the Dark Elves and like, okay, I need you guys to go kidnap me a high elf because I need to sacrifice a high elf for the resurrection spell.
Now, let's just say so far we've only met one high elf.
Yeah. So a good chunk of the next couple episodes is Dark Elves trying to duck Deed. It does not go well.
There's this whole bit where Shooting Star said Ancient Red Dragon is on a rampage because he's bored that week. He's an Ancient Red Dragon that get bored sometimes. Yep. So Cashew decides to put together a hunting party to try to do something about it.
Well, to be fair, especially fair, Shooting Star is attacking Cashew's kingdom.
Yeah.
So it's like, he has personal motivation. I want to go save my people.
Oh, no. Nothing like I'm doing this for fun and glory. It's very much he is murdering people. People should not be murdered because a dragon is bored. Let's go put down the dragon.
Right. And Parn's like, I want to come with you. You are so not ready, kid.
You are a liability.
And Cashew tells him, kid, you're getting better. You'll just get in the way.
Yeah.
Aww.
You'll get dead, and worse, you might get one of us dead.
Now, I'd argue with you, but you're Cashew, and I can't argue with you. I'm not allowed to.
And we have also skipped over that there is, as I think it was Eric pointed out, the DMs had a couple of, friends stay over for a while. So a couple of extra characters were added in, dropped out, then came back again.
Yes.
In Orson and Shiris.
Shiris is a fighter with a great character design, and we know nothing else about her, basically, other than she's friends with Orson. Orson is a berserker.
She develops a crush on Pan, because of course she does. There's only 2 fucking women with free will in this show. Why wouldn't they both fall in love with Pan?
Well, to be fair to Shiraz, I'm fairly certain she has feelings for Orson, but realizes this can't work because Orson is literally possessed by a goddess of madness.
Yeah.
So we can't actually hook up because because it might go
He'll
really bad.
murder me in the throes of passion, and we both know this, and that's not. Neither of us want that.
So we'll just be friends.
I like it rough, not that rough.
I like to keep my spleen on the inside.
And Orson doesn't want to kill me because he likes me also. So we have this unrequited love thing going. Oh, Parn's hot. Cool. I can totally get off with. Oh dear Lord.
And Orson's totally cool with them like hooking up. He's like, "That's awesome. We can't hook up. You two should hook up. That's cool."
That's cool. I still know that we're soulmates. It's awesome, and
we're best droogs. We will continue to be best droogs. It is cool.
It is awesome. And she's like, aha, yes, cool. And eventually she's like, yes, I'm totally, like, I'm flirting with Tharn. This is great. He's not really noticing. And there's this elf chick, and oh,
I just did the math. Fuck. Okay.
Well, maybe he's not seeing her flirting with it. No, they figured it out already. And they figured it out before I showed up, didn't they? God damn it. Damn it. The first genuinely nice guy who's good looking I've met in a long time, who isn't a berserker,
possessed by a blood demon.
And he's already hooking up with an elf. Well, that's just my life. All right, we should go back to being mercenaries. Orson's like, we should help them. But we're mercenaries. Yeah, but I know you want to help them because you're actually a good person, Shiraz. You're just doing the old "we're mercenaries, so we can't help you for nothing" thing. I know you actually want to help them. Well, what about you, Orson? Whatever you want to do.
I'm good.
Do I get to thump things? Well, yeah, that's what we do. Sweet.
Then we'll thump things. Besides, I haven't murdered a dragon yet.
That sounds like fun.
Admittedly, there is a great scene thanks to Orson. Again, the Dark Elves have shown up to try and kidnap Deed.
Yes.
And
the Dark Elves trying to kidnap Deed is beautiful.
They're acting all like superior and like because they outnumber Deed, so they can handle her. Parn shows up to try and fight them off, and they're doing the whole Dark Elf. Silly human, what on earth can you do? Just sit over there and be quiet. And you, another human woman, you're adorable. And you, wait, you're, fuck!
You. Oh, we're leaving. We're leaving.
No.
The second they see Orson, they're like, oh, that's a berserker.
They see Orson, they're like, you've won this round. And leave.
They leave without even a fight. They're like, nope.
They leave the one dude who got killed's body behind. They're like, no. We are out. We do not fuck with somebody who can break mountains with a sword. No.
Although it does show into Parn's, again, his wisdom. The first time they meet Orson, he ends up trying to fight back.
Yes.
Well, he doesn't know what Orson has not tipped it off at that point.
No, because he doesn't know anything. It's a great little bit where Shiraz is like holding Orson back, and it's like she's like, "Look, just leave it. It's okay, Orson. Just calm down." And you just see Parn like look behind her for a second and raise his sword like he's gonna just lump him one over top. And I'm like, no.
The best part is like Orson flips out into berserker mode, and Shiraz's like, "Okay, kid," because she and Parn had been dueling.
Yeah.
And
Parn beats her.
Parn beats her because he's actually
yeah.
He disarms her, and Orson looks up. He's been sort of half-heartedly dueling with Deed, basically. He's like, yeah, okay, fine. Okay, this elf's actually really good. This is cool. Okay, this is a fun fight. And Shiraz's sword down here. Oh, there's a dude up there pointing a sword at Shiraz's throat. Destroy!
I will now smite the mountain.
And Parn's like, okay, I'll fight this guy off. And oh, fuck, he's strong. And Shiraz's like, throw your weapon away!
Drop the sword. Drop the sword. Dear God, drop the sword.
Because she's figured out, oh, we're actually not enemies. Okay, cool. dude, no, seriously, drop the sword. Why would I do that? He's trying to kill me. Do you not know what he is? I have no clue. Oh, dear God. Orson, no, don't kill him. He's not an enemy. He's not with Marmo. What? No, put the sword down, Parn. Down. Good boy.
Parn immediately picks sword back up. No! Put it down and leave it down!
So after they save Deed, they all basically, okay, apparently Ashram's army has gone off to, they overheard from the elves that Ashram's army has gone off to Shooting Star's lair also. They're like, oh God, someone's got to go warn Kashu that it's not just the dragon he's going to have to deal with, it's fucking Ashram. Right. We actually have a reason to go there now. Parn's like, yay, I get to go hang out with Kashu again. And they go there. Giant clusterfuck of our heroes versus the villains versus the dragon. It looks like
Eventually they put the dragon down. Ashram's dark elf lady gets dead. Ashram dies the first time.
Basically, Ashram has this moment of, basically he's been sort of somewhat cold towards the Paratess because he's brooding Dark Knight, but he actually really cares about her. So he basically saves her from being off a thing, and then she dies, and he's like, "Fuck, I give up." Also, I'm done.
I'm done. I'm tired. I want a nap. Also, the wizard I brought along stole the artifact we're coming to get for Wagnard. Fucking Wagnard.
Fuck it all. But of course, Karla won't let him stay dead because, he's got a job to do. So yeah, basically, we were set up for the whole big confrontation over Wagnard trying to resurrect the evil god, because eventually Wagnard's like, okay, Ashram's dead, the Dark Elves have failed to get the elf, but I've got the scepter. All right, time. If you want to do the job done right, you got to do it yourself. Teleport to the elf! And he goes off and kidnaps Deed on his own because, well, he's a bullshit high-level wizard.
Yeah, he gets to cheat. He's a bullshit high-level wizard with powers of the DM.
Yeah. So he kidnaps Deed and is going to sacrifice her. Deed spends a lot of... Deed, while being kidnapped in an anti-life shell, manages to actually to save Parn again. Okay, well, Parn is unconscious and his sword is broken, and his dad's sword is broken, and he's lying there and is going to die. And no one will be able to find him if he's going to die if he's not found soon. I'm being abducted, so I will send all these light spirits down to the sword and make it glow really bright so that our friends can find it. Because I can't do anything else. Which they do, and they save Parn, and Parn's like, okay, Wagnard stole Deed, and he's apparently trying to resurrect Cardis, and everybody's like, that sounds bad. We should probably stop him from resurrecting Cardis. Yes, and we should save Deed. Well, that will stop him from resurrecting Cardis, so yes. I mean, we want to save Deed also, but priorities, man. I mean, we know you want to save your girl. We get it. Like, she's our friend too, but resurrecting also, Goddess of Destruction, saving the elf.
Also, the princess wanted to have this. Is this King Farn's Holy Avenger? Yes, you're a paladin now. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's been one of the overriding things that's happened as well. It turns out, again, it's part of the backstory of the whole thing. It turns out Beld and Farn were actually heroic adventurers in their youth themselves. Literally friends. One had a demonic sword, one had a holy sword, and
one of them went evil somehow.
Yeah.
I wonder who it was.
But the old wizard that we keep cutting back to,
Wart is his name.
Wart, he was their wizard. Even
Karla was there because
Karla was part of the party in a different body.
Yep, and there was a dwarf there who's long dead.
Yeah.
There are parallels to everybody in our hero party.
Yep. Yeah.
Karla is basically filled Deed's role because she did both swords and sorcery. Parn is basically Fawn. Ashram is not. So there's one person who's not in the party, and that's Ashram. He's basically Beld. There's the dwarf. There's the thief. There's the cleric. It's literally a one-to-one mapping.
Yeah.
But history may not repeat itself, but it does rhyme.
But they do keep making reference to, the opposing swords, like the demonic blade and the
I think it's just the holy sword.
The holy sword and the demonic blade, being opposed, and that's one of the main reasons Beld and Thingy fought, is because their swords wanted to fight.
Yep. And honestly, they both realized that they had to stop the other if they wanted to achieve what they were trying to do. They were actually opposed.
Yeah. Oh, they absolutely were, but
as opposed to Ashram, who basically can't override the bloodlust of his sword at the end.
Yeah. They keep referencing it for a reason, though, and it does become important.
Oh, absolutely. So Karla basically digs Ashram up and says, "Okay, dude, here's the situation, and I'm just gonna tell you what the situation is. You do what you want to do." Okay. Why am I not dead? Because I saved your life. Because this is the situation. Wagnard's doing something. Yes, he's trying to resurrect Cardus. Of course he is. Okay.
Fucking Wagnard. Let's go kill Wagnard.
So you want me to go kill Wagnard? I want you to do what you think is the proper thing to do.
So I'll go kill Wagnard because fuck that guy.
Right.
Also, he stole my artifact. Also, he got my girlfriend killed. Fuck that guy.
Right. Time to go kill the wizard. So basically, Karla has basically puppeteered everything so that Parn with his holy sword and Ashram with his evil sword, his demonic sword, will be showing up on the island together at Wagnard, because that's totally not actually important to have both swords. It's totally important to have both swords.
It's important to have both swords.
There's a beautiful. So yeah, basically, so we have our party after they. By the way, Lelia, the woman who Karla used to possess, that Game was trying to save, is now a member of the party. And she and Slain definitely have a thing. Like, oh god, do they have a thing? Not subtle. Like, Slane's like, wow, she's really good looking. She's smart. She's nice. I like her a lot.
She knows magic. I love chicks that love magic. That know magic.
Well, okay. Depends on how she feels about me. You're awesome, Slane. I like you. Sweet. We should actually hang out together, and when all this stupid bullshit's done, then we can actually get hitched or something. Sweet. Once the world's no longer about to end, I'm down. They figure that shit out way faster than Parn does.
Yes. Well, Slain has intelligence and wisdom over 6. So
yes. Slain and Lelia are both have double digits intelligence and wisdom, whereas Parn might have double digits in wisdom and definitely doesn't in intelligence, and Deed definitely has double digits intelligence and definitely not in wisdom. They sort of complement each other.
Their powers combined, they are functional adults.
Pretty much. At any rate, so Parn goes off to save Deed. So the big issue, our big complaint is honestly that Deed is now the damsel in distress.
Yeah, Deed
damsel, but that sucks.
Deed, who is honestly one of the most badass and awesome characters in the show, is now the damsel in distress, and it's like, oh.
The problem is, Deed is the only, until the halfway point, Deed is the main female of the group, and she's the main female in a party for a story written in the 80s.
Yeah.
So, every single, 80s action movie, sooner or later, doesn't matter how many little badass moments she gets, she's going to also get all the tropes of being the only female in the party.
I will say, to give there are some examples which handle it better. Star Wars is a great example, whereas where Leia starts off as the damsel in distress, then it becomes undamseled, and actually no longer damsel in distress throughout the rest of the series.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because
But
Princess
to be
Leia
fair,
fucking
that's-
rocks.
Yeah.
Yes. Princess Leia kind of kicks ass.
It's like, damsel in distress. Well, that's just because I'm stuck in a box. If I wasn't in the box, I wouldn't be in distress.
I'm sorry, I got kidnapped right off the bat by the fucking series villain.
I'm free now. I will now continue to be awesome. So what happened to you there? Well, I was tortured for a while. Did you give up anything? Nope. You're pretty hardcore, princess. Yep.
Oh, your karate teacher died. Here, let me comfort you, despite the fact my friend's family and entire planet is now space dust. You're clearly handling it worse than I am. I'll help you out.
Also, I'm going to call Han out on every single moment of his bullshit, because he is made of bullshit currently.
He pretty much is right up until the end of Jedi, honestly.
About halfway through Jedi, is when he finally sort of figures shit out.
Okay, he figures shit out after he gets unfrozen. So.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. At any rate, back to Lodoss War, though. So, our party basically fights their way up to the temple, and then fights their way down to down through the temple to the area where Wagnard is trying to sacrifice Deed. Meanwhile, Orson, Sheris, Cashew, and Cashew's army storm the beaches of Marmo.
By the way, all the dragons are waking up.
All the
big
dragons.
ancient dragons.
So, the evil ancient dragon that sleeps below Marmo comes up to stop them. Orson's reaction is the best. It's in the way.
It's in the way.
And he draws his sword and starts walking towards it.
What's two? Yeah, I've already killed one dragon. What's two?
I just love this. The one thing he says is, it's in the way, and then draws his sword. And you can see Sheris going, Orson, no.
No.
At which point the good dragon shows up, the gold dragon shows up to fight, so... And the evil dragon looks up and goes, oh, that fucking gold dragon's here. Fuck this, I'm not guarding the temple. He's gotta go. And they're all like, okay, well, we don't have to fight the dragon anymore. Sweet. Well, not unless the gold dragon loses. It's losing. Oh, now it's winning. Now it's losing. Now it's winning. Now it's losing. It goes back and forth for a while. So, basically, party goes down, get attacked by increasingly powerful monsters. They get split up because, okay, well, here's this evil, powerful thing that only a wizard can really handle. Slain and Lelia stay behind to stop it and send the rest of them on. They basically do the hold the bridge moment. Oh, look, it's a ghost demon. Well, fortunately for us, we've got a cleric here. Eto!
You just keep turning undead, and I'll just sit here, keep turning undead. That'll keep him in the corner. You go on.
Barn, you go on, but I should help you. Dude, you have the magic sword to kill the wizard with. I've got a stick.
Go kill the wizard and get your girlfriend. I've got a stick, and I'm doing the best I can with it.
I am purpose-built to stop that asshole. Pointing at the ghost. You go fight the wizard with your magic anti-wizard sword. Okay. Barn goes off. He shows up just in time to see Wagnard and Ashram fighting. Wagnard is mostly beating Ashram because, well...
Yeah.
Because he's channeling the power of a god, unfortunately for Ashram. Now, I will say there's this beautiful bit where basically, Wagnard and his cultists are there basically, and the cultists are basically standing these pillars and being evaporated in this ceremony to resurrect Cardis. And as one's about to be evaporated, he gets gacked by Ashram with his sword, which is hilarious. Because Wagnar's reaction is beautiful. It's just look of, oh, you fucker.
Yeah, see, it turns out that Cardis likes appetizers before the main course of elf life.
Yeah.
So they fight, and as I said, Wagnard mostly kicks Ashram's ass. And there are a couple of reasons for this. Also, during this, Karla's sort of observing from afar, and Wart's like, okay, world's about to end. I should go try to get Karla actually to do something. Because she's the only one powerful enough to do something here. Karla, what the fuck? I thought you didn't want the world to end. I don't, but I can't get myself directly involved. Otherwise, what's the fucking point? Humans have to fix some of these problems themselves.
Oh, so you're not human anymore? I'm stuck inside jewelry. Of course not.
I've chosen my puppets carefully. This should work. Wait, so you actually care about this? Yes! I have a plan. It's currently not working as well as I want it to be. Work together, you idiots! Oh! So yeah, basically, Parn's like, aha, hi, Wagnard, I've got the holy sword. You're an idiot. Haha, I will smite you and... Oh, Ashram's still alive and behind me and is cutting me in half. Well, that sucks. Haha, I'm not dead. And I stepped on the summoning circle thing, didn't I?
Yeah, forced me in the summoning circle. Shit. Okay. Well, now that the wizard's dead, we can fight Parn. We can what now?
but we have to save the... Stop the world from ending. Yeah. We have to figure out who's better between us. No, stop the world from ending. Save girl.
It is off the altar.
It is literally 80s action movie.
Yeah.
Girlfriend has been kidnapped by a wizard. Is now on a stone altar in a needlessly sexy dress.
It's a pretty sexy dress, though.
I would not say needlessly sexy.
Okay. She's inexplicably in a dress that is ridiculously sexy.
I would agree. It is weird that it is an odd choice of dress. I mean, like, at least she's not naked. I mean, in terms of propriety,
naked would have made more sense.
Naked, I agree. Naked would have made a lot more sense.
But then, like, yeah, then there's the big dude who, like, it could quite easily just stop the end of the world, or we could fight.
But we're gonna fight.
Now, to be fair, he is wielding an evil, intelligent sword,
and he's clearly been failing every check to keep he's had to make to keep that thing in check.
Whereas Parn is wielding the good, intelligent sword, and is actually keeping it in check because while his intelligence is very high and his wisdom's not great, Parn's charisma is through the fucking roof.
Yes. And Parn just keeps on using those luck rolls that the DM gave him to maintain control.
Well, he got the luck rolls because he was the lowest level member of the party at the start of the campaign.
That's true.
He joined at level 1. Everyone else had some levels under their belt. He had to get some cookies, and he didn't have the sword to start with. So, but unfortunately, it's like, yeah, Ashram's kicking his ass, and actually, aha, I have won! And Wagnar's not dead yet, because the GM's like, fucking like, fuck you, Ashram! Wagnar grabs your leg and drags you down to hell. Well, fuck.
Oh, that was unexpected. Okay.
Now Parn goes, okay, well, Deed is there, and apparently no one sword can penetrate that barrier or anything like that. Wait, there are 2 swords.
1 + 1.
Wait
Wait a minute.
I remember this. Deed told me this
1 + -1 = fucked barrier. I know math.
Fuck the barrier. I've got the sword of good and the sword of evil. If I stab them both into it, it'll annihilate the barrier. And he is actually right. I also love the fact Deed's like, no, Parn, don't save me. What?
Okay, personal concerns aside, literally save the world by pulling you off the altar.
Yes. Don't do it, Parn. You can't possibly stab. Haha, I saved you, Deed. Huh.
Well, all right then.
At which point Karla goes, see, I told you my plan would work. You expected them to work together to save the girl, didn't you? Shut up. It worked, didn't I? Got both swords there together. The swords had to be there, and one of the 2 of those idiots had to live. And live in time to pick up both swords and save the elf. And they did. So my plan worked. Shut up. Yes, I got lucky. See, balance works out. Parn, basically, everyone goes back to Phallus. Parn is given a hero's welcome. He is declared a hero of Lodoss. Hooray! He's actually given the title Knight of Lodoss, which is actually kind of badass.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're not actually associated with any one kingdom. You're just that bad. You're just that awesome, dude. Okay, Deed and I are going to go wander off and do stuff. She said she's got things she wants to show me. Oh.
Yeah, I wonder what.
So you'll be back if we need you. Well, of course. I'm a hero. I'm a hero, aren't I? Fair. And so Deed and Parn ride off into the sunset. The end. And literally, that's
that's the story.
That's the story.
Yeah.
That's Record of Lodoss War. It's a good show. It's abrupt. It jumps around a lot. Well, it doesn't jump around.
The show's not without its faults, but it
jumps around a little bit because it does start out in media res and then goes back to the beginning and then catches up to that and then jumps over that and continues. The plot's a bit disjointed and it doesn't really develop anything enough.
It's honestly too short for its own good.
Yeah.
If anything.
Yes. It is a rare time when we will say this series was too short.
Yeah. I mean, I love me some tight, well-paced storytelling that doesn't spend a lot of time fucking around. This show could use more time fucking around.
Because it needed to develop the characters.
Yes.
It's no small part of it. Like, we really only have a really good grasp on the actual nuts and bolts of the personality of two people.
Yeah, Parn and Deed.
We really get those two. But, like, Gim is kind of one note. I love Gim. He's great, but he's one note. Eto is very much one note.
Eto is one-dimensional.
Yeah.
Chuck is, for the amount of time Chuck gets, they do a good job with him.
But he does not get anywhere near enough time.
Needs more time.
Oh, my God.
Slane's one note.
It's a good note.
It's a good note.
It's a very well-performed note.
Yes.
But it's one. High-quality instrument. One note.
Orson and Shalia actually get relatively decent amount of development for the 30 seconds they're on screen.
They develop them. They
develop them quickly and better than any of the other characters.
It's astonishing. Like watching how they develop those two and their relation, how quickly they integrate into the group, and how well they start clicking with Parn and Deed and all. It's like, why couldn't we have been doing this with the other characters? Oh, the writers found these two more interesting, I think. Okay.
Probably, yeah. I think part of the issues is this is released as a series of OVAs, which means you needed like big centerpiece action scenes to sell the fucking tape.
Yep. And I will say, like, I think it is pretty well animated for its era, honestly.
Oh, it's very well animated for its era. I mean, it's an OVA. It's not like a big theatrical release. It's no Akira or Ghost in the Shell or Miyazaki vehicle.
Or Gunbuster.
Or Gunbuster.
Which is also an OVA.
Gunbuster was a, like, guy necks waving their dick around.
Yeah.
Look what we can do. That was a Gunbuster. But no, it's pretty well animated for its time. They're clear and obvious shortcuts, but you're going to find those anything from that time, and it does it better than most stuff from 1990.
Yeah, this show is legitimately 29 years old at this point. 29 years old now.
And it's very much the prototypical fantasy anime.
Yeah.
Like, I can't think of too many others that are like high Western style fantasy that have preceded it.
There probably are some, but like this is the one that I think of. This is what when I think of prototypical Western style fantasy anime, Record of Lodoss War is the first thing that comes to mind.
Honestly, when I think when I think Western style anime, fantasy anime in general, this is what comes to mind.
Yeah. This is where it started.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that 2 years later, something came along that sort of tipped fantasy anime on its head.
Yes.
And actually, that managed to both be funny and it managed to be a comedy and also be a better actual fantasy epic. Because it had a coherent plot.
Not as well animated though.
No. They had to make up for it somewhere, Eric. You only have so many points to spend on something.
The voice acting in the dub is fucking atrocious.
Oh my god.
It's a dub from 1990. What do you expect?
92, but yes.
To be fair, the dub for Lodoss Wars doesn't suck.
No, there are decent
And
dubs from
this
that
is
era.
the first time I had ever seen it in Japanese.
I like the Japanese cast a lot.
Japanese cast is pretty good. It's still a big pile of nostalgia for the original dub. Though.
Absolutely, I can totally see that. I've only seen it in Japanese, so I can't comment on the English voice acting. But it's a solid show. Honestly, it is very clearly old.
Yeah, I think when we got to the end of it, it's like it's not a bad show. It is a good show.
Yeah.
But for me, it is so clearly dated. Like I said, it's all of those tropes. You know, it's like every 80s action movie, every 80s adventure story. Like from the off, maybe I'm being a bit cynical, but from the off, you knew what was going to happen with Deed.
Pretty much.
From the off, because there was no one else to do it with.
Yep.
And they didn't develop anyone else enough
they could have done it with
care
Echo.
about. They didn't give him any development.
That's true.
Like, if they had kidnapped Eto, would we have cared?
Probably not.
There are legitimately points in the show, especially when they split up and go in different teams. I'm not sure whether Eto is there or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eto's done dirty just by pacing and character development.
Eto is not really a character, is the unfortunate thing. Unfortunately, Eto is basically emblematic of all my problems with clerics in Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
He's the heal bot. That's all he does.
Yeah. And he does some diplomacy things a couple of times because I'm a cleric. I'm a priest of the important good god. Oh, you're important and good. Therefore, we will let you out of jail. Hooray!
It's like he gets one great moment. Well, yeah, two moments. One is, he's a priest. Obviously, priests don't do anything wrong. Let him out of jail. And there's one bit, and there's a little bit later on where it's like, it's an undead demon. I can do this.
Actually, I will give Eto one other piece of credit. In the first episode, not the actual first episode, but the beginning of the actual story in the village, is when Eto is at his best. Because it's just him and Parn, and they're acting like old friends. And it feels like they're old friends. And then
as soon
all
as
of
anyone
Eto's
else shows up,
Eto just fades into the background.
Yep, he gets pushed in the background.
It's like, oh look, here's Geem. Geem actually has personality. Here's Slain. Slain does the thoughtful, contemplative person better than Eto does. Here's Deed. Oh my god, it's Deed. There's a cleric in the party? Oh. Hi, Eto.
There has to be a cleric in the party, so... I almost wonder if Eto is like the DM character who just fades in the background when he's not.
Yes. No, that's actually basically what Eto is. Eto is the DM. Eto is the
no one wanted to play the priest, so yeah.
And I get to role play him in the first adventure early on. Sweet.
It's kind of like D&D by numbers. It's like the party forms, nothing goes wrong, everything goes according to plan. It's according to the DM's plan. There's no spanners thrown in. Apart from Ashram.
Right up till the end.
Yeah.
When one of the players has been given Ashram to play as the sort of anti-hero character decides, fuck it, I'm going to fight the hero. What?
That is literally the only thing that goes against, what should happen, what is it's like it's the only surprise. There's no surprise. There are no big twists in this show.
Not really, no.
It's just plain story by the numbers, written out perfectly.
To be fair, I remember when I first watched this and Beld gets dead, I was like, holy fuck, did not see that coming.
Beld's death, Karla taking over Woodchuck, those are the two big surprises.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, you do not expect those.
But I mean, I've played in those D&D campaigns before where the game has to follow the DM's plan because the DM doesn't know what to do otherwise.
Oh no, I think we've all had those kind of DMs.
But yeah, like I say, for me, it's a good show. It's just a little bit, and I think, to be honest, I think the problem with it is, and it's a problem that a lot of older shows have. It's like, yeah, it feels tropey and it feels, repetitive of what's come since, because this is like one of the shows that set up all those tropes in the first place.
It suffers a bit from the French Connection syndrome.
Yep.
Mhm.
The French Connection is a brilliant fucking movie. But you go watch it right now and you go, I've seen all these action movies tropes before. Oh, wait a minute, it established all of these.
Yeah.
Oh, like
Yeah.
the whole big chase scene thing? That was the French Connection. They're the first ones to do it. Oh. Okay. Lodoss War is not... I'm not comparing it actually to the French Connection. It's not that good.
Here's the thing. I'm fully aware Lodoss War has its flaws.
Oh, yeah.
That does not mean I love it any less.
It's fun. We had a blast.
I really love this show, and then even outside of the whole like nostalgia goggles thing, I still really enjoy it.
It's fun. Like, as long as it is not something you can dive deep into and analyze and deconstruct it. But for a
we just did friggin' Bunny Senpai, so yeah, we needed a breather there.
Absolutely. No, in all honesty, it's a popcorn flick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kick back, you open up, you take a tub of popcorn, you watch the show, and you have fun. And it's not going to challenge you.
It's not a complete dick.
It's not going to challenge you, but it's not stupid either.
Mm-hmm.
It's dated, but it's not stupid. Is I think the big thing about it. Like,
yeah.
But there's tons of like really deep, intelligent stuff out there for you to dive in and deconstruct and look at all the nuts and bolts and such. Every now and then you want a popcorn flick. You want to kick back and go, yeah, cool, kick that dragon's ass. Yeah, hot elf check is awesome and hot. Like seriously, like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Deed becoming a damsel in distress at the end, I would have literally no actual objections to the show. Just like it's not perfect.
I mean, as daft as I want to say it, you know, the comparison that and not for the same reasons. It's not the same sort of plot or the reasoning for it. You know, the comparison to this that I draw.
Mm-hmm.
Big Trouble in Little China.
I can see it.
I can see it.
Yeah. It's not as smart as Big Trouble in Little China is.
No. But tell me, Deed's like line versus I've forgotten the character's
Gracie?
name now. Kim Cattrall. Yeah, Gracie.
Yeah, no, there are actual parallels. Gracie is really awesome up until she's kidnapped.
Yep.
And until she's kidnapped by an evil wizard, ends up in a revealing dress, and
she's going to be sacrificed to resurrect an evil god. Yes.
Yeah.
To be fair, Record of Lodoss War does have pink lightning, not pink neon.
And Wagnard is not as awesome as Lopan. Like
no one is as awesome as Lopan. He's fucking Lopan. The only person that like there's one entity in all of reality that is more awesome than Lopan, and that's Darth fucking Vader.
Nice knife. But yeah, no. In all seriousness, though, like you're right, Gav. There's actually like legit parallels there. It's just missing the bizarre commentary of the person you think is the action hero is actually the sidekick.
Yeah.
Because Parn is not actually the sidekick; he's the hero in development. As opposed to Jack Burton, who is not the hero of the story. That's Wang.
Yeah, it's definitely Wang.
Jack kills the villain, but not because he's good, but because he gets monumentally lucky. Jack Burton is totally the everyman hero from Feng Shui. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
His fortune stat is through the goddamn roof. And he's a goddamn idiot. But yeah, no. The Lodoss War, it's fun.
It is.
It's just a fun show, but it's not. It's not. There.
It's not gonna.
It is puddle deep.
Yeah, it's not tremendously deep. It's not gonna hit anyone's top 10.
No.
But it's it's an afternoon because like I say, it's a 13 episode show. Put it on in the background. Go for it.
Kick back, enjoy it. The art style, the actual character designs are basically universally good.
Yeah, there isn't a character design I don't like in that show. They're all
the animation is solid for its era. Occasionally very good. There are moments where it's actually really well done. Mostly in action scenes, and not all of them.
The animation is stellar. There are moments when they decide not to animate the dragons.
Dragons are too big to animate, Eric.
You know what? You're right.
Gainax should have animated him.
Yes, because Gainax is Gainax.
To be fair, Gainax also would have put tits on the dragons.
Yes.
Yeah.
It depends on the era of Gainax, Eric. No, you're right. They would have put tits on the dragons. Never mind.
Yeah.
I mean, we've both seen the Evangelion. They'll put tits on anything.
Yeah. Yeah, they will. Goddamn Gainax. For everything that I love from Gainax, they do stuff that makes you go, why? What why? Oh.
Even in Gunbuster they did it.
Yep.
Yeah, but it didn't feel as forced in Gunbuster. Diebuster, on the other hand.
Diebuster was totally forced.
On the other hand, yeah.
But Diebuster knew exactly what it goddamn was. At any rate, I'd say we all would recommend Lodoss War as a fun watch, but don't expect...
It's not especially deep, and it's a huge nostalgia trip for me and Peter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, this was a group thing that I watched with a lot of friends back in college. It was one of those shows we bonded over. Friends of mine and I in college bonded over. This and the Slayers are the two shows that my friends and I in college we all just sort of we all liked anime. We did and one of my friends had this. One of my other friends had Slayers. We watched the shit together, and we all said, "Oh my god, this stuff's great." I will say Slayers remains my favorite of the two, preferred of the two shows, largely due to the fact that Slayers literally left me in side-splitting laughter.
Koala.
Pacifist crush. The first time, if you're not expecting it, I was literally in pain laughing. I was not ready. I was not prepared.
For me, Lodoss Wars was that thing that I caught on Sci-Fi one bleak Saturday morning.
Yep. And
spent years trying to track it down until I got to college, and someone actually had the whole thing, and that's what we bonded over.
Right. It's a good.
You'd find an OVA that's way out of sequence, buried somewhere in the bargain basement of some neighborhood video store, but you could never find the whole thing. That's what finding anime was for me. It was never find an entire series. Good luck with that. But
there was one series I had all of on VHS in college. I bet you can guess what it is, Eric.
Was it Bebop?
No.
Was it Slayers?
No.
I'm not sure, actually.
Yamato.
Well, of course.
Specifically Star Blazers.
Star Blazers, of course. Star Blazers.
Specifically Star Blazers. That was the thing I provided to the anime stuff. My favorite, chocolate cake.
Her above us, our space bombs are useless.
Oh, the Ballotosaurus. Oh, the Ballotosaurus. Localization. Early 70s localization of anime is special. Sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's bad, and sometimes it's so bad it's amazing. But at any rate, that is Record of Lodoss War. I'd go into final thoughts, but you've heard them.
You've heard them.
Like, there's no
Track it
point in being
down.
like if the show's not going to be
It's a
if the show's
classic.
going to be this unstructured, we're going to be this unstructured.
Yeah. Track it down and watch it. It's a fun watch. It's a classic, and yeah, I love it.
So
Yeah, I mean,
all.
pretty much, yeah, echoing the same. It's one of those. It's not particularly something I'm ever going to come back to. I don't think.
fair.
But yeah, perfectly fine. Go watch it, just to say you have.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely worth the time sitting through it. You know, you will not. It does not. It's not badly paced. Is one of the big advantages it
No,
has.
it's not at
No.
all. It flies through.
Yeah, it's a good ride. It's just not like, you know. It's not going to blow your hair. It's not going to blow your hair off. So that means we're done with this show, which means Gav, it is your selection next.
I am not actually sure. I've narrowed it down to 3.
Okay, that's fine.
We're gonna be getting giant robots whichever way I go.
All right. So what are the 3, Gav? And that way people can. We should at least give the viewers some.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
what's their appetite?
If by Saturday, when this goes up, if by Saturday we've had a few votes or people mentioning, then yeah, that will influence the choice. So, the 3 choices are, because we did the first season a while back, and I always said we'd come back to it. The second season of Gundam Iron Blood Orphans.
Okay.
Because we did Bunny Girl Senpai, and that season was amazing, and we've been talking about it a fair lot. I was going to mention go through SSS Gridman.
Ooh.
Or because one that I've heard is not great, but I'm willing to give everything a chance, and it is within our episode limit, is Gundam Reconquista in G. It ties into the whole Universal Century thing, and after we watched Gundam The Origin, which is the beginning of the Universal Century, this is supposedly the show set towards the end of the Universal Century arc.
Wait a minute, which Gundam is this?
Reconquista in G.
I have no. I've never even heard of it.
Relatively newish, around about 2012, I think, 13. And basically, it's like set like 1,000 years after the Universal Century.
Oh, okay.
It's like we want something that's totally a standalone thing, but part of the overarching plot for reasons. And then they made Thunderbolt, so you know. But either way, like I say, giant robots. I just need to make a decision.
Okay. So those are we'll be doing one of those 3 next. Thank you everybody for watching. We hope you enjoyed the episode. If you got feedback for us, we'd love to get that. If you got series suggestions for us, fire them at us. We might use them.
Yep, they're all on the list.
Leave them in the comment section, or you can hit us up on Twitter. The show's Twitter handle is @3MAA Podcast, I think.
Yep. I'm the one that runs that. I don't post on it nearly as much as I should. Please, someone message me.
@3MA Podcast. All one word.
That's the one.
So yeah, send it along. We will definitely. We're definitely taking suggestions. Whether we'll use them or not, we will definitely. We have a list that we keep, and we do reference it when we're like, we're not sure what we want to do next. We'll reference the list, and sometimes it'll go, we should do that one, or we'll go, I don't want to do anything on the list, but it reminds me of something I do want to do.
Yes.
So it's like the list is helpful. We really do want more recommendations, guys. Please.
So some of the recommendations, unfortunately, are just outside of what we can do.
Yeah.
And some of them are just like
24 episodes. That's our limit.
26.
26.
26 technically.
24, 26. Yeah, as long as it's like within like maybe 2 or 3 weeks worth of watching, not 2 or 3 months.
If we break that rule, if we break the rule, it'll be because we've decided to on our own because there's a series we particularly want to do ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be something we're all gonna have to agree on. Like the most likely thing that would break the rule that we might do is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah.
But even that, we're like,
that's a tough trigger to pull because it is 60 episodes.
Yeah. That's going to do it for this week, folks. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.